that's a good idea. Hey guys, this is James Cash with Hero Realty Group and Real Estate Brokers of Alaska. I'm coming at you with a weekly residential market report for the Anchorage area. Because if you got time to drink the jitter juice, you got time to know about the market. Can you smell what the real estate market is doing? Let's go. Let's go. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It's rolling. Thank you guys for tuning in. I really appreciate it. So is my team. We're going to do a week-to-week report. We're also going to compare month-to-month, the full month of January to the full month of February. I've been giving you a lot of data, but getting some feedback, so I'm going to try to cut that down. If you want the actual reports and all the data and the reports I pull, please send us a message. I will send those to you. I'd be more than happy to crunch the numbers with you. But I'm going to shorten that version, hopefully make it a little bit more entertaining and make it a little more coherent for you to enjoy at home. So thank you. Let's get into it. I would do a Stone Cold Steve Austin if I had a beer, but
washed it down with one beer.
Active properties this week to last, we were down 29. So that's a good thing. What that means is we're losing some inventory right now. So that means we're selling more than we're picking up. So that's a good sign for the market. That's leading towards a more aggressive market. When you have lower inventory, the demand is higher. So we're trending in the right direction there. New properties this week, we had 70 compared to last week of 48. So we're up 22. That is a good thing. That means we're increasing consumer confidence in listings, so people are willing and able to sell their property. They say, hey, things are looking good for us. We're going to get what we want out of it. So new listings up from last week. That's a good thing. We're also heading into spring. Again, I've had a lot of buyers and other colleagues out there that are saying they haven't seen the inventory they want for their current clients. So if you're holding on to an awesome property, get it on the market. We want it. We got buyers for you. List it. Don't be a jerk. Woo! Woo! Pended properties, no real difference, 40 to 41, so we were down 1. Can't draw any conclusions from there. Closed properties, we were up 7 over last week. I can't really draw any conclusions because of the time of the year. What I can say is we are looking at more sales because we have more pendings, more listings, more active buyers. Tax season is going to be coming to a head here, so everyone's going to be ready to rock in 2018 because that's part of it. If you want to buy a property, you got to have your taxes done.
Did you say rock?
So yeah, week to week, it's a good thing. We're looking good across the board. No concerns there. Let's talk about crude. WTI crude was sitting at $62.10 a barrel when we closed the commodities market on Friday. That is a good thing. It is up 34%, same time frame last year in 2017. So crude's sitting up, and if you watch my last video, I went to an economic conference. The big wigs at BP were saying they are profitable, very profitable at $45 a barrel. We're sitting at $62.10. We're quite a bit above that. So as far as the oil market is concerned in Alaska, we're doing good. All right, so I want to talk about the price of crude in a hot year. It was $91.95 a barrel this time in 2013. And again, 2013 was a great year in real estate in Alaska and Anchorage. So we were down 32% from the hot year of 2013 in this time frame to this week and this year in 2018. So if that sounds like a bad thing, those of you that got very scared when the market started turning and the price of oil just dropped severely, we're up 34% from last year. The positive trend that you should feel today about the price of oil should be just the opposite about the negative trend of oil in those low years in late 2014 and 2015. That basically means if you felt bad about what the price of oil was doing as we transition from a high to low, you should feel just as equally optimistic and positive about what the price of oil is doing now. So that's it for the week. All right, now let's look at month to month and what we can talk about from there. Here's the thing, interest rates are going up. I've said it once before and I'll say it again. If you're thinking about buying a home, just go see your lender, get pre-qualified, get locked into your rate. They are rising. We started the year, and I'm taking an average of a bunch of different websites: Freddie Mac, Fannie Mae, Penny Mac, Zillow, Trulia, Bankrate, all those companies. I'm taking an average of them on a 30-year fixed mortgage. We started the year around 4.1%. Now we are sitting about 4.31%. It's going up and it's trending up. Not a big deal. We're still at a historical low, but if you want to buy a house and you want to minimize your payment on a certain budget or maximize the amount of home you can afford if you can afford it, you should see your lender today. I think we're trending towards 5%. I think that is overall a good thing for our economy. I think they've been way too low for way too long. 5 to 6.5%, I think makes a lot of sense across all the different markets that they serve. But if you want to do the best for yourself and your family as far as affordability goes and your interest rate, see your lender today. Go. Oh yeah. All right, so here's some things we can see month to month. The average days on market is going down. That is a good thing. That means things are selling quicker. That means the market's becoming more aggressive. That means it's springtime in Alaska. And if you look outside, the snow is melting. So go Alaska. All right, so check this out. Let me, in brief, explain inventory. What inventory means is at the current rate at which buyers are purchasing homes in Anchorage, how many months could I go without any new inventory until all of them would get sold? With me? Great, good. They say that about a 4 to 6 month inventory is a balanced market. They say below 3 months of inventory is definitely a seller's market. That just means there's not that much out there and turnover is super quick. If you look at the inventory, according to the Anchorage market, residential single family homes only, we honestly favor the seller. We still do. The only caveat to that is in that 750 plus price range, 500,000 plus kind of trends that way, but it's really, really prevalent in 750,000 plus. So if you're sitting on a multi-million-dollar home and you think you're going to get top dollar for it, that's not going to happen. I'm sorry. But as a whole, inventory is increasing. However, it decreased in a few price ranges. It decreased between 200,000 to 275,000. So what that is probably telling me is that people who can actually afford homes are in that median price range. You know, maybe they make between $40,000 and $80,000 a year. They have a family, and instead of trying to really stretch their budget with interest rates rising, they're just really living in their means. And, you know, I really appreciate that. I think that's a smart thing, and I encourage that. So what I will say is, as we see the interest rates continue to rise, I believe we're going to also see inventory rise and prices get hammered a little bit more. So if you really want to sell your home, you want to get top dollar, you're going to do it now. If you want to wait and test the market and see what it's doing, that's great, that's fine. But who knows what that's going to do. I will tell you 100%, you will get less money for your home at 5.5% than you will at an interest rate of 4.25%. The demand will be driven down by the consumer, and you're just not going to get as much money. So if you're waiting to time the market, no one has a crystal ball. That's a stupid move. List your homes now. If people want them, they're going to buy them any time of the year. All right, so one good trend we are seeing is that the original list price to the original sale price, that gap is getting smaller. That means either A, the market's getting a little bit more aggressive, or B, sellers are getting more realistic about the price. Either way, that's generally a good thing for the trend in the market. I think what that's going to tell me is we're going to sell more homes in the lower price range with less homes at the higher price range. Here's what I don't like. I'm just going to be honest. The percent difference between average list to average sale price went up this year over 1%. So here's what I'm going to say, and I'm just being realistic. The interest rate is going to drive demand down. So it's going to drive what consumers can afford down, and it's also going to drive their budgets down, and it's also going to drive their willingness to buy down. So the higher the interest rate climbs, the less activity we're going to see in the market. So what I will tell sellers out there is you got to be realistic. If you're overpricing your home, you will not sell. We live in the age of the digital era. People can look at things at Zillow and Trulia. It's just, you got to price it right the first time around. If you're looking to buy above 500,000, pull that trigger. Get out there and buy the $1 million home you've been thinking about, because now's the time to do it. That's it, I'm done. Thank you guys for tuning in. I really appreciate it again, and my team appreciates it. If you are not following us on Instagram, follow us at Hero Realty Group. If you're not following us on Facebook, follow us on Facebook /Hero Realty Group. If you're not following me on Twitter, follow me at James F. Cash. Thank you again. Hope you have a great weekend, and
say something nice. You can't do it, can you? You have nothing nice to say.